Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Handicapping Challenge, and we are in the last weekend of round one, Chappie.
Yep, it's been a long road so far, but we've had a lot of fun, and we've got a couple interesting guests today, George, and a big weekend ahead, so I'm looking forward to it.
Big weekend here at San Anita. We got a couple of big tournaments coming up Saturday and Sunday, and of course, our sister track, Gulfstream Park, tomorrow presents the Pegasus World Cup. And I saw the card. It is absolutely spectacular. So much value to be had. A great betting opportunity day, and the World Cup itself. You got two superstars going at it, Chappie. You got Knicks Go, and you got Life is Good.
Yeah, they'll be throwing it down. That's going to be interesting from a pace perspective, let alone the rest of the card, which is terrific. And also, Georgie, good luck to all those in the NHC. The NHC starts today, so most of the boys are out in Vegas living it up and grinding away for the next couple days. So wish them the best of luck.
Best of luck to them. And a great couple of stars running tomorrow. We got two stars right here on this show right now, Chappie.
That's right. That's right. Introduce your guest, buddy.
We got Andrew Lerner, who's been on the show before. He's just stellar. And oh my goodness, first time ever here on the show is Danny Gibson. Danny Gibson is fantastic. I heard her on the Billy the Greek show, and I was like, I gotta get her on this show. She was stellar. She knows, so informative. It looks like horse racing has been a big part of her life. She was interviewing Mike Smith, and she's involved in Let's Go Racing and Turning for Home and this and that. Whatever it is, horse racing, she loves it. And we love having you on the show. Welcome to the show, Danny.
What an intro. Thanks, George. I'm happy to be here.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. People in Southern California, they don't know who you are. Who are you?
Well, I am Danny Gibson, and I work for the PTHA. It's our Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. We're right here at Parks Racing. I'm in our lovely boardroom right now. And so we're the Horsemen's Group. We represent the owners and trainers, and I do reporting during the races and a little pre and post race. I'm the host of our Let's Go Racing show with the amazing Dick Girardi. And I work for Turning for Home, our racehorse retirement program in the morning. We probably retired about 300 Parks horses a year. So we've been around 11 years. That's a big number. And I do a little bit of everything here, but all for the horse racing.
Well, we are really, really happy to have you on the show, and wish you the best of luck today. And you're up against a stout competitor in Andrew Lerner, who a great handicapper, wonderful trainer. Tell us a little bit more about yourself, Andrew.
Chappie, you didn't give me a real good introduction like George did. Danny Gibson.
George he took it anyways. I had a whole script written. No, I was nowhere near. I was going to say, hey, how you doing? How's fatherhood treating you?
Fatherhood's good. We're getting a little bit more sleep, so everything's been good. We just moved, so we're just getting all set up and everything. It's been weird to be away from horse racing because I haven't really even followed it for the last few months that I stopped training. So other than like some of the guys the trainers just calling me and different things like that. So it's fun to get back into it. I'm glad to be back on the show, and I'm ready to kick Danny and George's butt like I usually do when I'm on these shows. So I'm looking forward to that too.
Now, one thing you always ask fathers, like, what do you think of the lack of sleep? But most trainers don't sleep much anyway, so I'm sure you're kind of used to that part of it, huh?
It hasn't been that bad. You get less sleep, I think, training than you do in fatherhood. But she's been great. She sleeps 12 hours a night, so we've been really lucky.
Now, last question. You're going to always stay involved in racing in some sort of way, aren't you? You're still involved with some ownership?
Absolutely. So ownership, different horses that I've had that are now with different trainers. I talk to them about those horses. I'll be an advocate of horse racing my whole life. I'm sure, that'll never end. So I met so many great people doing this. So it's just something that just runs through your blood and will always be there.
Well, Georgie and I miss you on a daily basis because we used to see you.
I miss you guys. I do.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to love betting on you, and we always knew your horses would give us a run for our money. The money that we do raise today will be going to our charity, the Winners Foundation, who does such a great job helping people around the track, backside, front side, you name it. It's just a wonderful organization. and hopefully we'll raise a lot of money today. All right, our handicappers are going to have $300 in fictitious money to play with, and they're going to make 3 mythical bets: win, exacta, and daily double. So let's get it. Let's kick it off right away. Danny, Andrew Lerner has retired from horse racing. Let's retire him from this handicapping challenge today. Let's retire his money. All right.
Wow.
So let's
Fighting
go. You got $100 to win on a horse. Tell us who you like and why.
All right. My $100 to win bet is in the first race, number 6, Abandon. Yeah, I mean, I think the favorite looks obviously pretty good for Doug O'Neill, but I like this horse. I think it's bred all day to run on the turf. First time Lasix, definitely going to help him out. Nice bullet work on January 19th. And I think that combined with him coming off his last race should help him with the fitness, going 3/4 of a mile. That's who I pick. I think the odds, hopefully, I think we're still second choice. I would have liked to have got a little better value, but that's my $100 win bet.
All right, sounds good. She hopefully Abandon will mow them down, the favorite.
That's what I'm like.
Get the job done there in race number 1. Chappie?
And we all remember the sire there, Bala Bali. Remember that horse he ran here for Richard Mandela. So, all right, Andrew, $100 to win and why. They're already talking smack. Where are you going?
Unbelievable. I am going to go to the 6th race. The 4-horse Spirit of Bermuda from my good friend Simon Callahan. I just think that Tyler's getting to know this horse a little bit more now. There's not a ton of speed in here. You got a lot of route horses cutting back in distance. I just think this horse is going to be forwardly placed, and I know he's been training well with Tyler on board, so I think there's some confidence there, and I got to support my man Callie, so I'm going to put my $100 there.
All right, Spirit of Bermuda, I like it. Nice 7-2. We'll take that with Tyler Bays up. I'm sure that Pratt's going to take some money on Cordiality, so we might get every bit of that, Georgie.
All right, sounds good. Now, next in about 10 days or 2 weeks, Danny, you'll be coming back for round 2, and Lerner can go hang out in Bermuda over there in the triangle. So he's got plenty. He's gonna have plenty of time to go to Bermuda, wherever he wants to go. So we got a $100 exacta to work with, or a couple of $50 exactas. What are you gonna do with your exacta money?
All right, my exacta money is going to be in race 8. I'm actually going to split it up 50 and 50. But for me, I'm keeping the 7 on top in both Swanning for Doug O'Neill. I love this horse. I think he's shortening up in distance. His best outings have been on the turf. Super consistent. Unfortunately, I wish I could get a little more creative here with the money, but I like Swanning on top. I'm going to put Ute on the bottom. Sounds like a good Jersey name. And yeah, I like that horse. He looks like he has some nice works, had a lot of trouble last time. And then I'm going to split it up again. The other 50 is going to be Swanning on top with Cooper Bow 10 on the bottom with Ricky Gonzalez. I love him at 30-1. Had a lot of trouble. He looks like he jumped a shadow. Decent works last time. Maybe being outside will help her. Hopefully she can work out a good trip. So that's what I'm doing. 7-5, 7-8.
We got the $50 exacta key the 7 over the 5-8, and boy, if it comes in 7-8, we're gonna be looking good to move on to the next round. Chappie?
Speaking of looking good, you ain't got no shot with Lerner here. So, all right, Andrew, where you go with your exacta and why?
Well, oddly enough, I'm in the same race and pretty much on the same horses as Danny, except I have an exacta box between the 7 and a 5 in the 5 Ute. So I think the only way we can win that is if the 5 comes on top. But I think these are both the horses to really beat in this race. You know, Doug O'Neill was Swanning. The thing with Doug is he had this horse run 3 times, you know, didn't run that well. Doug usually drops him pretty quickly. He's not afraid to lose a horse. For him to, keep going and not put him in the maiden 50. And then he obviously did well on turf, Square Eddie. I think this horse is just going to improve again. But I think you didn't have that good of a trip. Second time out, I love that. I love that angle, that second time out. I think just horses are, that first time they just don't know what they're doing, so they really improve. Clifford Size, great trainer, does well, had a good work at San Luis Rey. So I think it's really a race between 5 and 7, and we're going to go with that $50 exacta box just like that.
All right. I like it. Just like we mentioned, Ute there, and Clifford Sykes does a good job, especially second time out. Sometimes he gives him one. He's a little bit under the radar trainer as well. So, hopefully we'll have a hot streak here. Speaking of hot, Danny, how cold is it back there? Because it's in the mid-70s here in Southern California.
That's kind of a touchy subject. It's not that it's so cold, it's the snow. So as soon as we get done with this and I finish up at the office, I got to go get my milk, eggs, and bread. I don't know why that's what people buy when it snows, but I'm going to try to go buy some stuff to eat and watch the Pegasus tomorrow.
All right. Now, speaking of Pegasus, there's a handicapping, I think, conundrum there because obviously, Danny, the two runners, Life is Good and Knicks Go, they seem to tower and just lay over the rest of the field. But their racing style, they both like to go to the lead. Is it possible they can get into a speed duel and either have an interloper or actually lose the race? Or is it just going to be a merry chase around there, those two in front all the way? What do you think, Danny?
I don't know. I think we might get a shocker. I mean, I think it's very much going to be, unless Todd, has Life is Good, just sit off a little bit. He's going to be outside of him. I know Knicks Go got the 1. I don't know. I didn't think Knicks Go was going to get the lead in the Classic. He did really easy, so it should be interesting. I really don't want to see either of them lose, but
neither of them have ever sat off the pace. That's that's who's going to give or what. It's very interesting. Have you looked at that at all, Lerner? I agree with Danny. Something odd could happen because
something odd could happen. I mean, I just love Life is Good. I just remember his debut at Del Mar, I think it was. I said, this horse is an absolute freak. I thought his Breeders' Cup performance was unbelievable. I just think the best horse is going to win that race, not necessarily who's going to get to one of them will obviously be there. But I don't know. I like Life is Good on top of that race. I do.
I might endorsed to maybe split them if they do get into a speed duel. It's like Tappy said, neither one of them has ever sat, so it's going to be they might both be just going for it, and it could set it up for a closer. And I'm going. I think Endorse might get up in the exacta or something like that. We'll find out.
It's a fascinating race, isn't it?
It really is.
I mean, and those two might just duel and be 10 in front of everybody too. Who knows? But
another horse I'm looking forward to seeing, Chappie, is Dan Blacker's horses out there at Gulfstream. Hit the Road.
Yeah.
And I thought we might see Hit the Road going down the hill here, but they opted to go to Gulfstream Park. And I think Hit the Road's like 8-1 or something in that neighborhood. I'm definitely putting a few bucks on Hit the Road.
Hit the Road, very talented, and they've had some bad luck with that horse, just with the, coming up with a little something before the Breeders' Cup, and then they got washed off the turf another time. I mean, as well as that horse is done, I hope, he's won half his races. I hope that Dan has him. I'm sure he has him ready. What's the turf course like there, Andrew, compared to Santa Anita? Is it quite a bit different? Have you ever been? I've never been to Gulfstream, to be honest with you.
I haven't run there. That's one of the tracks I haven't run at. So I don't know. I don't know if it's more. It might be more of a yielding course than ours, is what I think. But I know Dan has that horse cranked. Dan won't send a horse if it's not cranked. I know Dan. He's kind of in that Mandela school of training. He worked for Mandela, and Mandela's very cautious. He's not going to put something out there that's not going to be 100%. So I don't think Dan would have sent this horse if his works weren't, what he wanted or anything like that. So I'm with George. I expect that horse to run a big race tomorrow.
Danny, have you been to Gulfstream before?
Yeah, I was just there for the Claiming Crown. I mean, it's definitely dry. That's why they put the synthetic in, because it was getting pretty chewed up. But yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty fast, actually.
The only thing that could be interesting just a tad is the one kind of clunker was when Hit the Road ran on a good turf course, and they have had quite a bit of rain this week. I think it's not going to rain the next couple of days, but it's going to be very chilly as well. I think the high there is in the maybe upper 50s tomorrow, which is amazing. But anyways, great day.
It's our sister track, and one of the cool things about tomorrow is they got races on the dirt, on the tappeta, and on the turf. So it's like great. You got three different surfaces. Very cool.
That is wild.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to the handicapping. Danny, you look behind Lerner. He's got nothing. We look behind you, and it looks like you can close those curtains and the Wizard of Oz. Don't pay no attention to all the trophies behind the curtain. It is a spectacular backdrop.
Hey, by the way, Lerner's just a no frills kind of guy. He comes in, he gets the job done. He doesn't need pictures and trophies. He just wins. That's all he does.
That's it. That's all I need to do. I let my winning do
just a blank canvas of knowledge.
You've got a beautiful canvas behind you, Danny. Very like Cezanne, very artistic background. And I think Cezanne is running this weekend. Is going to.
That's a big word, George. I have no idea what that meant. But well done.
No, Cezanne is a horse that's running this weekend, and Cezanne is also a famous painter. And
well, I knew that.
I knew.
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
Danny. Yeah. Before we get to your daily double, you've held many different occupations in horse racing. Which one do you like the best?
Well, I think most of my knowledge is in the horse racing. So I like being over with the action. We race Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I like the reporting. It's fun. There's nothing like being in the winner's circle with the connections when they're all excited. And, where I stand, I video the horses coming right off the track. So, I mean, you literally know everything that's going on. I really have a pulse of what's going on here.
I'm a good friends with Mike Smith. I was really cool to walk into the Derby one day. And on the menu at the Derby, they have the Mike Smith. That's what
I order. That's what I always order.
And I walked in, and Mike Smith was eating the Mike Smith. It was so cool.
Oh, yeah.
It's like watching Arnold Palmer drinking an Arnold Palmer kind of deal. And but he's one of the nicest jockeys I've ever met. I know you've interviewed him. What was your take on Mike Smith when you interviewed him?
I'll tell you, he was always so gracious with his time here. We did a jockey autograph table that benefited Turning for Home. And he always was like the leader, getting everybody to come down and just really gracious with his time and giving us stuff to auction off, stuff that raised a lot of money that goes right to our horses for surgeries and whatnot.
All right. Lerner might need some surgery after we dissect him here today. So you got a daily double to work with. Where are you going with your daily double and why?
All right, I'm going to race 6 and 7. And I got a lot of faith in Abel Cedillo today, apparently, but I got 1 over the 7. I'm going to split it up. So I got the 1 and the 3, and then I'm going to do the 7 and 7. But the 1 I really like her. Cutting back in distance. She was one sprinting back in May at Santa Anita. I think she's a closer. I think it's going to be a pretty good pace. Let's see. Talk about the 7 a little bit, Royal Address. I think she's just useful here. They must like her. They're keeping her at that level. She was running against super nice turf fillies like Going Global. And then in the 7th race, I got the 3 and the 7, Sign Across. Trying to get some value here. I hopefully that horse gets a comfortable lead and just kind of goes gate to wire. And then also like the 7 Proverb. I mean, he gets the Master Flavian Pratt. I mean, dropping in class. I don't think there's going to be a lot of value here with that horse, but I'm still going to use it.
Okay, so let me get this straight because this is your first time on the show. So
yeah.
we might cut you some slack here. Usually you can only do 2 $50 doubles.
Okay, well then I'll do the 1 and the 3.
They're cheating, Chappie. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I know. I
mean, this is a violation. This could be an automatic forfeit in my book.
George will do anything to win. It doesn't matter.
It's crazy.
Why don't you guys just pick it up? Why don't you guys just pick it after the race is over?
Yeah, You could take it at the quarter pole. Let us know what you have.
I'll take the 1 and the 3.
All right, so say it again. You're double in race 6. Who do you have?
I have the 1, and in race 7, I have the 3.
Well, no, you can use 2 horses in one of those 2 races. Which?
Okay, so I have the 1 and the 7,
and then
the 3 and the 7.
No. Then just
the 1 and the 7 and the 3.
And the 3. So you got 1 7 in the 6th, $50 doubles, 1 3 and 7 3.
Hey, I'm trying to get an advantage here. Lerner knows all the people. He's getting all the inside scoop. I'm out here in parks with the snow.
All right, Andrew. So I even forgot the word already. Do you have a seesaw of the double here? What was that word?
I got a seesaw of the double coming up for you. You won't even believe it. We're going to go, if I remember, race 3 will start our double. And we're going to go with the 2, Caton Kid. I just think this horse is going to be long gone. Stretching out from, 3/4 to a mile. These maiden races are often won by just running in order. And I just think this horse is going to get out and be long gone with the Bug Boy. So I like that. I like him on top. And then on the back end of our double, we'll have 2 horses. The 1 and the 2 will have Cherubic Factor and Priano. I think both are good horses. I don't think we'll get that much value on the 2. I don't really like horses coming off a maiden win, but it ran a good number, a good race at Los Al. Pratt's taking the mount. Glatt and Pratt have a good repertoire. So I think that's a very good double for us. I think we'll take a very hefty lead at that point and put them away.
All right. So the key there, George, is Clayton Kidd. And like Gary Studi, he'll be lighting up a victory cigar like Red Auerbach after Clayton Kidd wires him in race 3.
All right, so we're going to go to the tiebreaker now, and I guess we're going to use race number 5. So if both of you want to peruse the PPs for race number 5, since it's a race that nobody has any action in, it'll
just
be
in case you're tied, Danny. Just in case, I don't think we're going to need this. You guys are going to hit one of these,
No.
but just in case, then you each pick a horse. Whoever beats the other one would happen to move on, and we're gonna do the Wheel of Doom here.
This is such an evenly matched race.
Yeah,
honestly, that's why I didn't use it.
Oh, I love that wheel.
We're gonna spin. You like the Wheel of Doom there, Andrew?
I love this wheel. I might need to get one for my office.
We used to do the rock paper scissors, but now with the budget has been added on to this show. So, all right, we're gonna spin. We're gonna spin it now. All right, Lerner, you get to go first. Who's your pick in race 5?
My pick in race 5 will be I will take the chalk Tism Master.
Okay, the 5 Tism Master for Mr. Lerner. Danny? Uh-oh. I think she froze.
Well, it's cold out there.
Why is Pratt riding a 12-5 claimer for Hector Palma in this race? He must.
I know that's an interesting one, isn't it?
Does he know the owner? I don't know. I was just trying to see right now, just looking at it. Just such an unusual thing.
And it's funny because I write in the program and I picked that one on top and I said, this is purely a jockey play because what the heck is he doing riding a 12-5?
It's crazy. And a horse he's never ridden before, too. It's not like he's been on this horse before. It's a really strange.
I mean, his agent must have been sold a bill of goods that said, "Hey, this horse is gonna run well." It has to.
That horse, he probably either runs up the track or airs by like 5 because there's something.
It's one or the other.
It's definitely one or the other in that case.
Danny, they literally turned the heat off, and Danny literally froze on air. Should you pick? Should we?
Well, I mean,
why don't we let her text in?
Yeah, we'll let her text in her tiebreaker. I mean, she gets second pick. So I'm thinking she's going to text me the choice right after the 5th race. I think.
Yeah, that's exactly when it's going to be coming.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here, Lerner. There's
this seems a little odd to me.
Yeah.
We conveniently lost her. Yeah. That's what they get.
Yeah, Tyler hit the disconnect button on the other end of this.
Exactly. All right, well, forget it then. I guess we're not going to need the tiebreaker, George. No chance.
No. All right, but we'll get to it.
All right.
It was a good show. We're gonna have a great weekend here, and hopefully everything will.
Danny was great. That was good to meet her. That was very cool.
That was good to have her on the show. Yeah.
Lerner, are you going to be out real quick? Are you going to be out to the track anytime soon? Or
I got one running on Sunday with Simon El Capitano. I'm not going to be there though. I'll probably be there in the next couple of weeks. I'll let you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It'd just be nice to see you, buddy.
Yeah. No, I know. I miss all you guys out there.
Yep. All right, Georgie, wrap us up.
All right, well, I'll get the tiebreaker from her in a little while. It's been great to have both of you on, Lerner. I certainly wish you the best of luck in this tournament and the best of luck just throughout your new career moving forward. So thanks for being on the show. Everybody come out to Santa Anita if you can. We got a $1,500 tournament tomorrow, $500 tournament on Sunday, and our sister track has spectacular racing going on, especially on Saturday. All right, tomorrow I think I'm going to have Brittany Vandenberg. First time she's been on the show, and she certainly did good on TQ show. And Chappie, who do you got going up against?
I have Matt Nakatani, the agent to the stars. No, he still has Mario and Jersey Joe Bravo. So should be interesting.
He'll just take every Redham horse that's running tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, we'll get the inside info.
I can give you his picks now if you want.
I guarantee you he does. Yeah.
All right,
Georgie.
Thank you, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.
Thanks, Andrew. Good seeing you, buddy.
Thanks, guys.